And we're back. Sorry, guys, we missed a fucking week.
We did.
I had to find somebody hanging off somewhere on the streets of New York City, but we ain't gonna get to that. Welcome back
Absolutely.
to the Lump and Mimi show.
You stupid.
What? Stupid? Why?
Because you know what it is.
What is it?
The Mimi and Mimi show.
The Mimi and Mimi show.
Indeed.
We find that shit funny. This is the Lump and Mimi show. Today is Monday, September.
You ain't shit.
Today is Monday, September 27th, 2021.
It's Monday?
It's Monday.
Like, hey, Monday.
Yes. TGIM.
Hey.
FET would say. Thank God it's Monday.
Thank God it's Mimi show.
She wishing. Guys, I hope y'all had a good 2 weeks. We are back now, and we're back at it for you guys.
Absolutely.
How you doing, sis?
I'm doing good. I'm doing real good. I'm happy to be back. I missed y'all guys last week, but I'm back. I'm trying to be here with my brother. I'm trying to get it in where I fit it in.
Already. I know you got some interesting things you want to get off your mind from a week ago. So we're gonna get straight to the fucking point. We're gonna go ahead and jump right straight into that virtual fight tour that you were highly blessed to be able to be a part of.
Indeed.
That's what you told me.
I was very blessed, and I definitely had a good ass time. I did, and it was a pleasure, and I can't wait to do it again.
Awesome. So go ahead, give me your insight, young lady.
Well, let's start with the first fight.
Okay.
It was two fighters that I was not familiar with.
Okay.
And from what I understand, and I like the idea that Jesse brings in the up and coming fighters in general. So it's not always about the top level or the well known competitors. So honestly, I enjoyed the fact that he did that. And the first fight was Ezekiel, Pena versus Mr. Jefferson. And I don't want to say his first name the wrong way, so I'm going to just refer to him as Mr. Jefferson. Okay. But that was a good fight. Just in general, the heart that they put out there, I judged that one as a corner, and it was exciting. The first round, Mr. Pena kind of got off a little bit. To me, it was a little bit more even. But the second and the third round, he kind of stepped it up in a way to where he is that up and coming, to where he was able to switch it up and adjust.
Show out.
I like it. It was very entertaining. The next fight was a team fight.
Okay.
And if I had to bet, again, I was a judge, so I was impartial. But if I was a spectator or someone just watching the fight and just wanted to see something good and was going to place a bet, I would have bet on ATL. And that's just my personal opinion. But it was Team Benz against Team ATL. And that was a good ass fight.
Was it?
What I do know is that on both sides, the excitement, you can tell each fighter handled the excitement a little bit differently. Some adjusted during each round, some adjusted during the fight, some put forth their best effort. And I want to say I hope that Jalen is doing okay, because he did have an injury during that fight, to where he had to have his brother Trey step up and fight during his replacement round. And that's not easy to do. It's like running a marathon and then coming back and having to also run an extra overtime marathon. That's not easy to do. So hats off to Trey for stepping up, not only for his team, but his brother, his family.
Big shout out.
He did that. They did come up short. I expect to see him again, because I know and I see that sometimes when it's your first time doing something and trying it, you're not always aware, and you're not always expecting what's going to happen. So you're not exactly sure how to handle it. And so I think if they get another opportunity, that they will handle it differently, and the fight will be a little bit different. But hats off to...
Shout out.
Shout out to Team Beans for just Troy.
Troy, yes, I was gonna say I definitely gotta give a shout out to Troy because I heard that he is one hell of a coach.
Listen, when I was in the corner, I could hear that man, and he told that he as a coach, he did not tell them to just go out there, kick, punch, move. Keep your guards up.
That's easy.
It's easy.
That's the easy part. Yeah, of it.
Everybody know how to do it.
That's the checkers part of the game. Huh?
Absolutely.
Just jump over this piece and jump over that piece. And
absolutely.
Move this way.
No, he told them strategic moves. He even during the timeouts, during the breaks, during the injury to Jalen, he was giving really good chess moves. And I'm not saying to take anything from Marcel because Marcel is a great coach and he's coached me before.
Me too.
But just in general, I had never heard Troy or saw Troy not judge, but coach in that manner. And for him to actually have the opportunity to hear him, have the opportunity to watch his fighters, listen, take heed to what he said, kind of like we were with Plowden, to believe, to actually do it without even a hesitation, without even thinking, not a second thought, just to do it. And for them to come out on top and shine in the manner that they did against an experienced team like Team ATL. I think they did great. I think Troy did great. It was a really, really, really good fight, team fight. I enjoyed it. Now,
good job.
Now, if I had to give my opinion, the fight of the night.
Oh yeah, because I had said something about this fight.
You did 2 weeks ago, the last time we did the show, when we went over the matchups.
With all due respect to every fighter, I said something specifically about this fight because I felt some type of way about this fight.
And to me, it played out just like you mentioned it, like you said it. And it wasn't about ability. It wasn't about who was more, athletic. It came to who was going to work the hardest, who had the most endurance, who had the best cardio, who was the best focused. And I had the pleasure of centering this fight.
You gave me goosebumps right
now. Oh, they gave me goosebumps. They both. Hats off. First, I want to say hats off to Katie.
Big ups.
Katie came out there and she put everything she had on the line and left everything she had in the ring, in the cage, not just the ring or on the mat, but she left it in the ring. She did her best. She tried to keep it close. But then sometimes the tables will turn. And then with all due respect, with the utmost respect, I want to give shouts out to Brianna Nurse. Mm-hmm. I had heard about her. We had watched her on another virtual fight tour. But this was my actual first time seeing her fight live and actually getting a chance to judge her. And I mean, she was very impressive. She has a lot of natural ability. Mm-hmm. She has a lot of hard work. Not hard work. She has a lot of abilities that she has fine-tuned and sharpened because of who she is, her dedication, her work ethic, and because of her coach, Troy. Mm-hmm. Again, coming from Team Beans, she came out ready. If I, as not being the center judge, if I had to bet, I would have put it on Katie as far as experience. Mm-hmm. Again, I've told you before that I've always felt like experience could kind of outweigh the youth. Mm-hmm. But in this, I would have lost and I would have been wrong because the youth stepped up and she looked more experienced to me than Katie. I must say the way the fight was, the first round, Katie was down, but it wasn't by much. I believe it was 1, maybe 2 points.
Okay.
But the way that Brianna stepped up in that second round to widen the gap, it was, to me, it was just like, whoa. It was just great to see. She's young, she's hungry. I love her. I had a chance to, I didn't watch her, but I had a chance to kind of pay attention to her here and there because, mm-hmm. I was judging. I didn't want to kind of migrate to one person or one fighter versus another. But in general, the way she stayed focused, the way she was, you could see it in her face, her eyes. Yes, it was just the energy, the vibe I got from her. I really like her. I really think she's gonna go as far as she wants to go. I do understand. I believe that she does other things, other sports. She's young. I believe she's only 19. So I'm sure she's, doing college and volleyball, basketball, whatever other sport she does. So I'm not sure what it's gonna do for her with karate. I would hope that she would pursue her education and things like that. And because karate, karate will always be here. We're not going anywhere. But I hope that she is around for a long, long time, because she is going to make a stand and make a name for herself. I really think so.
Big shout out, big shout out, big shout out.
The women represented better than the men.
That's good. Sometimes it is good to hear.
I want to know if we can get an all-woman show. That's what I want to ask Jesse.
Yeah, an all-woman show would be kind of good, because you guys definitely have some young ladies that's up and coming. I think it'd
absolutely
be good to be on the show.
I know a few girls.
If you fight on it, it may be good. Are you going to fight on it? Are you going to fight on it will be the question.
You know you wrong for that, right? You know you wrong for that. He doing me dirty. I mean, if I have time to get my life right, and when I say my life, karate, because I've been focused on other things. But if I have time and we can work out a good matchup, and I'm ready and able to get my life and my karate in the right shape, the right form, of course I would fight on it. If I don't fight on it, I would love to center every last one.
Even if we could do maybe a old school little fighters, not old school going back into like you and Tyrus time, but like maybe you, Morgan, Katiana.
Indeed.
Go against the younger squad.
Like a team fight.
Yes.
I like it. I would love it. Yes. Let's match it up.
I think that'd be good.
You know what though? You named people that are a lot younger than me, brother.
Well, of course,
So I would be the oldest, like the AARP member.
You and Morgan. Well, if you could maybe talk to Nancy coming back, or
I would love that. Nancy and
Gina could be a part of it too. I forgot about Gina. Yeah.
We should get I like that idea. I'm gonna reach out to the ladies and see what they talking, and we can flip a coin and see how we do it and see what happens.
If y'all want to do switch up, with young and old, or you want to do the older squad versus the younger squad?
Yeah, and even get some of the younger girls, like the one that is from Cam School. I like her, Katie.
Yeah, no, Kelly.
Oh, yes, get some young fighters Kelly, like Cassandra. The Kiana from Gypsy. Yes. I love her.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I would love to get her to fight.
Her and Kelly are very close in age, so that would be a very good fight.
Yes, right and I don't want any men. I don't want any men as far as when it comes to the judging. I don't want any men as far as when it comes to the fighting.
No, because y'all need to reach out to the Nikki and the Dottie.
Yes, if we can get Miss Christine Bannon to come out and judge, Tara to come out and judge. All these legendary women that, of course, I looked up to. Some I fought. Some I didn't get the opportunity to fight. But in general, just make it an all-female virtual fight tour. I think we would do so much better than you men.
You know what? And maybe in 2026, we'll do the breast cancer month for y'all.
Okay.
2026, you should be ready by
2026. You fucking asshole. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, so going on to the next.
You know I had to get your ass, and I might get you with a double slap. How you push the button twice for one slap? Yes, 2026, you idiot.
Yeah.
No, I think that would be good.
No, but I honestly think it would be good. For sure. Just to give a shout out, outlook for the ladies who done some things, and the ones that's about to do some things.
Absolutely. I think it would be a great idea. And hopefully me and Jesse can talk about it and at least put effort as far as to kind of do some matchups. And if he gave me the opportunity, I'd like to be the ones to try to set up those fights.
Well, guess what? If he don't do it, then shit, Lump gonna start a virtual tour so we can do it.
The Lump tour.
Nah, not the Lump tour.
What you gonna name it?
The Karate tour.
Hey, the Kick Your Ass tour. You silly.
All right, moving on to fight number 4.
Okay, the fight number 4, it was supposed to be Mr. Moons.
Okay, yes, Kevin Moons.
Yes, it was supposed to be him, but he had an injury. I'm not exactly sure what that injury was, but hopefully he's okay and he's working to get better. That was going to be a fight with C-Walk with Chris Walker.
Continuous fight.
Continuous, correct. Okay. Because they both, from what I understand, are good and continuous. But with his injury, he was replaced, and excuse me for not remembering the name off the top of my head. My apologies, no disrespect. But there was a gentleman, and he actually did his best. He did great. He stepped up. He represented. And I think he was from Mr. Mike Simmons, the legend.
Oh, yeah.
From his school.
Okay. Big shout out to that young man. Just for
Absolutely.
Even taking the last minute fight.
Absolutely.
And going out there and
representing.
And because I heard he actually kicked Chris in the head one time.
And I want to say he did it more than once.
Okay, but I know for sure one of them very surprising. So if you're ready to kick a black belt in the head, it doesn't matter. It should make you feel a lot better than what you might have thought you were doing.
Right.
And you're coming from a great person. Mike Simmons is a very, very great
absolutely a legend. I would love to fight with Mike.
Can get down. Well, you know what?
They got senior teams with women, mixed teams.
No, we got a senior teams coming up very soon though. We not very, very soon.
Okay.
I have been talking to Mr. Simmons about some things, so we finna shoot some bricks.
Now that's gonna be something to see. You ain't telling me about that. You hiding stuff.
We gonna have them gunshots.
You hiding stuff. You cheating. That's not right. But no, he is a legend. He's great, and I'm not exactly sure of his experience level. Number one, I want to say he looked and fought like he had experience, but when you compare him to a C-Walk, that's been around as long as we have, that's fought all over the world.
Longer for me. He's past me.
Well, he's younger than me, so I can say that I'm older as far as being out there a little bit longer. Experience-wise, we were on All-Stars together. We competed together, but he still competes more internationally.
And we slept in his house with a snake.
Don't remind me.
Yes.
Anacondas, and then he wanted to know.
We've laid our head at the man's house.
No, I didn't. I sat down, and when I noticed them, I left.
Well, I laid my head down.
Your bad. They were gonna eat you like they ate up Jennifer Lopez and Ice Cube.
Big shout out to Mama Gail for making sure that she kept them in the cage for us too.
I don't know, that cage didn't look sturdy enough. They was huge as hell. They looked like 18-wheelers ready to eat us up as Scooby snacks.
Oh, they were definitely going to have me as a Scooby snack. I was a little boy.
And they were used to white meat. We were dog meat. I don't want it. No, I don't want it. No, they looked at us and their mouth was drooling and fangs came out. Absolutely not. How can I sleep in something like that?
Ooh.
No, I went to the tournament 3 days early. And slept in the parking lot.
So did they do a continuous or was it a...
I'm sorry, back to the fight. I apologize.
It's all right.
No, his replacement, they actually turned it into a point fight.
Okay.
And instead of doing 3 rounds, they did 2 rounds.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing, absolutely. And again, it was a good fight, exciting fight. I just think C-Walk's, Chris, his experience put him over the top. And once he got the lead, he was not going to relinquish that lead. That was not something.
We know what it feels like to lose leads. We know.
Absolutely.
We've been through that.
I've lost leads before a few times, a lot of times. So yes, his experience stepped up and did it, but not taking anything away from his opponent.
So let me ask you this, because of course I know who C-Walk is, but just for the people who don't, did C-Walk fight him like he was a black belt? Did he try to punish him, or did it seem like C-Walk tried to give him a little bit of confidence to believe in himself during the fight?
No, I don't think C-Walk gave him anything. Okay. I think everything that young man did or wanted to do, he did it because he did it. Okay. C-Walk, I think at the beginning, the first round he was up by a few, and I want to say 3-4. So he didn't have to do that pressure or keep that pressure on him. It was a different fight. The second and the third round.
Second round, you said he did too.
I'm sorry, you're right. It was a different fight the second round. So again, everything that he did, he earned it. He worked for it. There might have been 1 or 2 points that I think he should have gotten or could have gotten that either he clashed or it was a C-Walk got him, first. Just a split second first. It wasn't anything that I think that he did wrong that he could have fixed to help him win. It was all, to me,
get that experience.
Yes, it was all my opinion is that it was the experience and that C-Walk was just that much better. And it'll take work.
Big shout out, C-Walk. Big shout out.
Absolutely, brother. Do it for us old people.
I know you trying. I know it.
My brother be getting it in. He do.
So going to that damn co-main event. Let's talk about the co-main.
Okay. Well, this co-main event,
because I got to see this,
was another good team fight. another one.
Oh, so we had 2 team fights.
Two team fights. You had, let's just say you had the heavyweight team fight that went earlier, and now you got the lightweight, middleweight. I mean, the lightweight itty bitties.
Okay.
In a second team fight. I had the pleasure of also of judging this fight. I've worked out with Dwight in general before training, here and there. I have not or had not met Ronald up until that weekend, but I had seen him on different virtual fights, and then I've seen him compete at tournaments. Mm-hmm. And they fought, and that was Team Diamond.
Team Diamond, okay.
And they were versus. We've already said it once, and we're gonna say it again.
No, we said it twice already, so this is about to be
the third time.
Third time,
indeed, because it was 3 back-to-back fights. You're correct. Troy Benz, once again.
Benz squad.
Once again.
Benz Academy,
once
baby.
again. And the funny part is, last time I referred to him as brothers, but you were correct. They are. I'm sorry. I referred to them as father, son, and they're brothers.
Yes, they're brothers.
But I knew Garth was a good coach.
Oh, yeah.
From Victory, from years back when I fought against some of his women.
And strategizing good coach wise because he had a squad back then.
Absolutely.
With Ninja, Rock, Double Dose, Matrix.
Absolutely, with Jack. With
you. Before me and Jack got there,
okay.
This was his adult men squad that he came out with
Ninja and Rock and all of them. Yes. Absolutely. And he always had them on their A game.
Oh yeah. Sure.
So it wasn't that I doubted Garth or doubted Troy. It's just that I never knew Troy. When I knew Troy, he was competing with his brother. He was a fighter. So I knew his ability was always good. I never knew he was as good of a coach mentally as he was until I heard him. Not only coaching, sometimes you see what a coach, you can see them talking to their fighter, but you can't always hear what they're saying. And when you see the fighter, sometimes you can say, oh, they're that good. They have that ability. They're that smart to adjust on their own. But when you actually hear the coach and then you see the fighter do what they were told to do, and then bam, this is what happens. They come out on top. It's like, well, damn, that's like a good mix.
Woo.
That's like the perfect storm.
It is.
And Troy, again, from the other virtual fight tours, I know he had coached before. Mm-hmm. He came out on top with them. I think he fought. Didn't he fight team fights with?
And they beat Jack and
yes, All Stars. And I saw posts about how everyone didn't give him his credit, whether it was a fighter or whether it was a coach. Now I personally know and have an input, because before, again, I only knew him as a fighter. Mm-hmm. Now it's like, well, damn, if you don't respect that man, you probably should pay attention a little more, because he gained not only as a fighter again, I'm talking about the coaching, and they definitely
swept the tour.
Sir, the man did not say anything wrong. It's like when Plowden made those playbooks for us. Ooh, it's like when he had a playbook. He had his fighters on such ready level.
Y'all don't know. And then everybody wonder why when I came into the adult division, I was able to fight the Trevors and the Raymonds and the Borellis. It's because my instructor, coach, mentor, father, I mean, he gave me the chess game of this.
And nobody know who he is. What's his name again? I forgot.
Richard.
Ooh, Richard who? I don't know a Richard.
Richard Plowden.
Ooh, woody woo.
Avery Plowden, Morgan Plowden.
Travis
Plowden, Willie Hicks, Jamon Wiggins.
I heard Eugene was out there too, but he like music.
Gene was out there.
Yeah.
Gene was on SCS with us.
Absolutely. Yeah. I do. He fought at was it WKA or WK? No, not.
I can't remember what they called it back then.
With the Land Trips. Yes, I think I remember. If you hear me out there, Gene, you let me know if I'm right or wrong. But I actually do think I remember seeing you fight or you being with us at a tournament and you competed. But that's another story. I know that anybody, and it doesn't necessarily have to be the Plowden bloodline.
No.
I, as an outsider, knows that anything that Plowden touches is going to blossom.
Fucking like diamonds, huh?
Even if you have your own ability and your own way, it's actually going to benefit you
even more.
even more, even in a more shine bigger way. He just has that energy, the energy to where you respect him, the energy to where you know whatever he says. I can remember fighting, and this is funny to me because if you know me, brother. I don't always listen.
Of course, we none of us do.
To me, it's more of I'm that Taurus. Yeah. I can be stubborn. You see me, you know it. And Plowden, don't tell nobody. But you and I had issues when I didn't know no better. I apologize. I'm sorry. Love you. I love you, Coach.
She learned then.
I absolutely did. But it's like when you whoever, whatever, and you bring them and you say, Plowden, this is who I am, and I believe that I was a fighter, and I believe
Carlos.
I believe I was good before.
Murray, yeah.
But in general, when you take me and tell me to do something in a manner to where, no, I don't see it, but if you say do this, and I'm like, no, that's not going to work, but you tell me also do it at this exact time, when they do this exact thing, you do this exact thing, and it works. That's like playing Madden.
Yeah.
It's like a video game. A lot of my coaching comes or came from Plowden.
Of course.
In general.
Of course.
I have a great instructor. He is great. He's still great. He's a world champion. He taught me so much and gave me the foundation, the balance, the techniques, everything I needed. And he also gave me that okay to go out and learn, train, and develop from other and different people. And that was a great thing for me because then that's where Plowden came in. A couple other people or a few other people before him, but in general, because we're talking about him right now, he is the one that actually made me listen without doubting. You at the beginning, again, I fought with him for a few years on SES, and then after that, in general, just wanting to be around him and coaching and listening. But for someone to tell me something to do or even listen to him tell someone what to do before it happens, that's like seeing the future. That's like literally reading someone's mind. But when you think about it, it's not reading their mind, it's dictating the fight. It's dictating.
I always tell mine, make the fighter do what you want them to do and don't let them do what they want to do.
Absolutely.
Whatever it is. Make them do whatever it is you want them to do.
That's it. That's it.
And that's something he definitely taught us. And then just him knowing people weak and strongest things.
Just how to do it. Yeah. Just how to do it. And Troy has that.
Yeah.
He has that, and he's not even and I don't want to take anything away from what he's doing in karate now at his school because I have no idea.
Shit, they kicking ass.
Well, but on a level to where they're not out there at tournaments. They're not as active is what I mean. Everybody else that, from my opinion, that has done Virtual Fight Tour has been people that are constantly out there, active, doing this. Whether you're a coach, whether you're a competitor, we see you constantly. I have not seen Troy, and this is on my own. We have not been at the same event, or I wasn't at a Virtual Fight Tour in years. But that didn't take away from his ability of what he did coaching and what he did with his fighters. Like, to me, that's amazing. Amazing to be able to do one thing as a fighter and then do another thing as a coach. Not a good fighter can always be a good coach.
And you know what? That was going to be my question of the day for you, too.
Hell to the no, they can't. Look at Michael Jordan. He chose Kwame Brown. I like Kwame.
Me too.
Black Lives Matter. But he should not have chose Kwame. He went from being the greatest, or is, I believe he's great, the greatest. I think he's first. I think Kobe's second. And I think LeBron is third. And that's out of the NBA in my time.
Don't worry, King James. You still got an opportunity because you're still playing.
He's still playing, but he got to stop whining and he got to stop traveling. He travels every time he touches the ball.
Well, you know, all they asses do not take 4 or 5 steps.
Well, that's different. We're going to get back on that later. That's basketball.
That's going to be a basketball topic.
Now, let's get back to this fight. We got off of that because I was talking about how good Troy was. Excuse me again for these fighters. It's nothing personal. I'm just bad with names. And once I get to know you and come up with nicknames, I will get it. But Team Benz pulled out a good ass fight because I judged that one also.
Oh yes, I saw you.
I think that it was close throughout the last minute, and that's because it kept going back and forth. whether one team was winning or losing, it was only by 1 or 2. That's easy to do when you got 2-point kicks, and that's to the head
only.
Okay. Yes, nobody kicks with 2 points. 2 points to the head. But for them to come up there and fight an experienced team like Ronald, like Team Diamond, and then fight them like they were nobodies. The tight D, once they got up, and I'm talking about Team Benz, once they got up in points in the last round, I think it made a difference. And Ronald Zapata, first time judging him, first time seeing him fight that close up. You reminded me about about a month ago or something, that I'd seen him fight before.
Of course.
I'd never seen him fight like that live. So for him to put the effort he did into it to bring him back, but then that fighter from Team Benz, listening to his coach, Troy Benz, that tight D, he was killing him with the sidekicks. Dwight, I work with him. Dwight's hit me with a lot of things.
Oh yeah.
But those fighters, it's like they studied.
Exactly.
They mentally could not be broken. No matter if we gave Team Diamond 5 points in a row, it didn't change the way they fought. It didn't change their attitude. It didn't change their mentality, and it didn't change them or stop them from listening to their coaches. That's one thing I wanna give Troy, Mr. Benz, all due respect. I want to give your fighters props, because as a coach myself, one of the hardest things to do is to get your fighters to listen throughout the fight.
The whole time, yes.
Sometimes they start good, they're winning. When something happens, whether it's good or bad, some fighters hit that switch to where they're not paying attention, they're not listening, they go into la-la land. And me personally, from my instructor, Ishmael Robles, from day one, my instructor was always a hitter. And when I say a hitter, focus, pay attention. And if you don't, it's like doing the clear and you shock them. I have always done that. Ask Chris Gallio, ask you, ask anybody that I've ever coached. I am one to slap you. And I'm not slapping you because I'm trying to do it in a disrespectful manner. I'm trying to snap you out of what malfunction you just had. You've had a mental break, and all I'm trying to do is reconnect.
That's a heartbeat.
Yes, sir. And get it pumping and going and do what you train to do. Train hard, win easy. It's easy to do physically, but mentally, it's not always easy to do.
No.
And Troy, he never had to slap anybody. He never had to tell them to regroup. He maybe had to yell louder to make them understand and listen.
That's what we drilled.
Exactly.
You knew
this is what we talked about. This is what you know better. You know all of that.
Yes.
And they switched. I don't even know how much experience they have. Any of his fighters.
Adult wise,
no.
Not much. I can speak up because I don't really see them out there, like you say.
That's a talent, brother.
That's ability.
That's a talent on both sides, as a coach and as a fighter, to be able to connect and get them to produce in that manner.
And I had Dwight and winning. One, off experience.
Indeed.
Two, I really just felt like I'm not gonna say conditioning wise or
no, I wouldn't put anything back.
Nothing, because you never know with them. I just know that Troy comes from a good background. Like you said at the beginning, him and Garth has been around. Troy has had Plowden in his corner, coach's box.
Wasn't he on Impacts?
Yes, and he was on Impacts.
I remember that.
When Troy decided to take a break, I was the pickup for Troy.
Okay. So, I do remember him fighting with them, and that's probably the last time I saw him compete, and he was doing well. He fought with Jason.
He fought a little after that because he won Gator Nationals. I think the last time they had it.
What year would you think that is?
That would have been about 16.
Okay,
he fought Justin Ortiz for the overall.
Okay, I just had Callie, so I wasn't active. Yes. She would have been about 1, maybe 1.5, so I wasn't as active then. Okay, but I do remember him fighting and wearing an Impex uniform.
Oh yes, for sure.
Yes.
Him, Jody, Avery,
Ross.
Ross was in there.
Jason
with him as well.
Grenier.
Jason was in there. Yeah, it was a solid squad.
Was Chris a part of it yet?
Chris,
Gorham?
No, Chris came after.
So he was still on KTOC.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So yeah, that would have been about it. Yeah. I remember around that time, that team just having a flashback. And then, that team.
Tyreek was the first one that I actually seen Troy come out with 2 events, and the first time I fought Tyreek.
So I got a question because I'm not sure, and maybe So does Troy and Garth have a school together, or they have it separate? Oh, it's together. So it's Benz, brother Benz.
Yep.
Team okay. Benz, all right. It's nothing like family oriented.
I tell you,
brother.
I know. And
we talked about those farmers.
We got the goddamn goosebumps coming on my arm again because
that's it.
That foundation, and when you come from a solid foundation, and everybody's house on the block is built with the same solid foundation, that block right there becomes worth so much.
Indeed.
And I just know that Troy and them is a solid block builder.
Hell yeah. If I could ever get out there to work out with them, just to work out, teach with them, train with them, give me a private, I give you a private, I'm all for it.
Yeah, actually, the next time I see him, I'm gonna pick his brain just because he's around my age, so to see his coaching ability.
Mm-hmm.
Like that from his own school. This is not nobody who comes to his school and just work out.
From white belt to black belt.
This is his groundings.
That's it.
He had 2, 4, 5 fighters out there. 5 fighters of his out there.
You would have thought they were him out there fighting, sir. They were all one person that he could control and play. What is it with the joystick on Madden? I brought up.
That joystick.
I can only imagine in their home, their village, what do they feel from him? I know again what Plowden did for us. I know what my instructor Ishmael does for me. In general, what do they feel? Because sometimes when people touch you, they touch you. It's like being saved. It's like you see everything in a different aspect, in a different way, a manner, and then things become so much simpler. They fought like things were simple, and I know the people that I judged it. I saw it. I was right there front and center. So for his fighters specifically for his fighters to fight and win, all of them sweep the way that they did, to me that means something. That's different.
Troy, Garth.
But I do want to say this. I met his wife for the first time, and excuse me again, ma'am, I apologize because
she forget names in 2 minutes.
For real.
She met somebody yesterday, and before she walked back to her seat, she had to turn around and go back
and ask their name again.
Yes. But no, that's no bullshit.
And that's why I give people nicknames, because it's easier for me to remember. My apologies, but I want to tell you the name I do remember. Adonis. The little 2-year-old, I want to say his little son is so adorable. And imagine with his 2-year-old son, with an uncle, Garth, with a grandpa, Benz, what is that little boy going to do?
I don't know.
I don't know either, but I can't wait to see.
It's going to be crazy.
And he was out there doing it. I played with him. I love kids. I was out there running around. Hey, kick punch. And he was doing it. In general. Good. And he watched the fights and he did everything, and he's cheering and all of this for the fighters, because I'm sure he sees them at the school working out. You put in them long hours. His wife seems to be, and I see on Facebook that she is also a black belt. So I know she knows the dedication, the time, after class, when everybody else is gone home, and then you're getting ready for this virtual fight tour and you're having to stay all night and do all of this. I understand it. So what is that little boy? Adonis is his name. And every time I see him, Adonis, I got you gummies. You and I are going to be gummy friends, because he loves gummy bears, and I do too.
You silly.
He does. I shared them all with him, and he brought them back to me when he was done. I love it. He was great.
Big shout out.
Big shout out to Adonis Benz, and I can't wait to see you, little man, when you get bigger. Remember this: your daddy is smart, but your mama is smarter.
Hey.
She's always going to be smarter.
Oh, I've been waiting to slap her back across her head too.
That's because you don't know no better. You just like other men. Y'all don't listen.
So main event. The main event fight. Talk to me about that main event fight, sis. The JP, James Poor, versus the JC, John Cotullo.
Absolutely. And I had a chance to talk to John after. Again, I tried to stay away from everybody. I'm friends with all of them, and I love them all because we've been doing it together. But I didn't want anybody to think I was being biased. So I did my best to stay away from everybody until after we were done, and then we all hung out, had drinks or got food or whatever. And John told me that they had never fought before. And I didn't know that. This was their first fight, and he took the fight because it was his first fight or first time fighting James. Yes. And I was like, well, damn.
That's pretty crazy because, you know, John.
Weight-wise, are they in the same weight?
No, it's 139 and under was always John Catello's.
Okay.
140 to 149 was JP's. And it's so funny because the year that I fought John, I think me and John fought like 3 times that year.
Okay. I think I coached you when he beat you once or twice. Once.
He beat me once. We were
diamonds,
and because I turn around and beat him at what's that?
Yes, it was diamond. That's the one I remember.
And actually, I would have expected them to have fought, but I won a division.
Ah, okay. So they never just kind of got there together.
No, not yet. Not
to meet each other
for the runoff spot.
So those are 2 divisions that are back to back, or is there one in between?
They're back to back.
Okay, so they just happen to never meet. Either one won and one lost, or they just never. Okay.
Yep.
And they are age wise. I don't know their age wise.
JP may be about 3-4 years older than John. If I'm not mistaken, I know John is still on the youngest of the 20s. I know JP has at least be in his mids, and not a little older.
Okay, all right. Well, I want to say, John put up a good fight. Of course, one, I personally wouldn't have known who to bet on, and if you know me, and I'm not being funny, but I always bet on black. But I would never take anything away from John because I know what John can do.
No,
so to me, that fight in general, I would have given it only to JP in that moment, that decision, not on ability, who's better, but because of him being on his home turf.
Yes.
Him being psyched out because he had his home team, more fans, spectators, if you want to say, because there was a crowd there with us watching. Yes, there was a crowd there. Not only fighters, there were some spectators, of course, judges and other people like that. But in general, I would have given it to JP, because of he was on his home turf. The first fight, or the first round, excuse me, I think John was a little passive.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, I would have had to go with JP on the fight. JP is a offensive defensive player, and John is just a defensive player. So
counter.
So it comes into just being able to, now you're down and you have to
pick it up.
You have to think of what you're going to do. Yes.
It's like giving Tom Brady too much time on the clock.
Woo.
When someone has strengths, you don't want to let them play into those strengths.
No, you cannot.
I don't always do things. Sometimes I do things when I fight just so I can have the upper hand, the advantage, to gain control, to be able to dictate that fight. And I don't think John did it. Not because he wasn't trying to, just he never had the opportunity. You know, with 3 rounds, if you're winning the first round, yes, you can fight.
Sit down. When they're going to sit down, it's a mindset in your mind is that you have to pick it up, because now you're down.
And it puts more it makes you more aggressive. Yes. And then that other person can play offense defense when you really have one choice is, oh, well, I need to go for it because I'm losing. And if anybody knows me, when I'm winning, it can be 1 point, a half a point, a tenth of a point. But if I'm winning at any round, first round, second round, third round, then I'm confident enough to say my defense, tight D. And when you're able to have tight D along with using your offense, that makes things a little bit more strategic. It makes things a little bit more of a chess game. I don't know how to play chess, but I know it's smart people play it. And you really have to think. Mental stimulation does a lot for a lot of people if you let it happen.
Mental stimulation.
Mental. Yeah.
So big shout out to Jesse for that virtual fight.
Yes.
That was the 1-year anniversary.
That's it. That was a damn good card, I want to say. I want, again, more women on cards. And I would think or want to see if Jesse can add 1 or 2 more fights.
So you think we should have at least a 6-fight card?
I would think. And this is a personal opinion from being a fighter and being a referee. I think he should do 2 rounds.
So you think he should take a round away?
Take a round away
to give to another fight.
Another fight, or make 1 fight for like 3 minutes or up the time. And that way you can have more fights during that fight.
I think that team fight women should kind of be...
I think he should have mixed teams too. Yeah. Either a man and a woman or 2 men and a woman. Or 2 women and a man. a man. Sorry, excuse me.
If you do men and women, and we got a few call.
We'll kick y'all ass.
I said men and women. Food.
No, I'm talking about in general. I'm saying no. What I mean,
I get a woman. We'll kick y'all ass.
No, you wouldn't. You know, I know you. I'm gonna kick you low. You can't handle it. And I'm gonna step on your big toe. You hurt yesterday.
Just let us be able to fight the woman on the squad.
That's what I was saying. That's why I say we gonna kick y'all ass. Ability wise, we would have to. We in general would have to have. Women, I think that we can match up with you guys depending on who it is, but we would have to have specific matchups weight wise. You know what I mean? Size wise, not just throw and flip a coin and throw whoever out there. No, it wouldn't.
I go against you and then.
No, you don't want to go against me because our fight ain't gonna finish.
Morgan can fight Avery.
Oh, he ain't gonna finish either. Who Avery gonna fight?
What do you mean? Morgan and Avery.
Oh, so it's just two.
Yeah.
Nick, I'm whipping your ass.
So I'd love to see. I'd love to see what's up.
I'd love to see you finish the fight.
Okay, King J.
Hey,
okay,
listen,
King J.
listen, Linda, listen. Number one, we ain't even gonna fight because when I call TT and tell her you trying to punch me in the eye, you finna get your ass whooped. Absolutely. I'ma tell. So let's just say our fight won't even count. We gonna go straight to the second round. We gonna go to the
fight not gonna count then.
Oh yeah, it is because Morgan gonna slap him.
So yeah, but you know, it's all right.
Well, you know what? Who gonna be the better kicker out of Travis? They all got long legs.
Yeah.
Who gonna do something?
The better kicker?
I would say Morgan would win because she punched better than Travis.
No, not better than Travis.
Yes, she do. Well, Travis got that reverse punch.
Travis got that back fist too.
No, not like she do. Y'all, you don't want.
Avery got the best back fist.
Avery don't count. We ain't talking about him. Because if that's the case, then put Morgan and Avery against each other, and he can't do nothing on his sister. That's what it's gonna sound like. Bow. Slap their ass, Morgan. Sorry. Hey sis, how you doing? Love you. Beat them down. These men think they can handle us, and they really can't. But yes, that was the card. It was a pleasure to be there. Jesse said I would be back. I hope I get the chance, the opportunity. I hope I did a good job, and I will change out my socks every virtual fight tour.
Yeah, I heard that, huh?
I'm gonna change them out.
We gave y'all a plan. Jay messed up on his end because he's supposed to have done the mask correctly. But
I wanted Texas on it or some type of symbol.
Right. Y'all got to see. We just wanted to let y'all be able to laugh and enjoy at the same time.
You know, I want to stand out. Whatever I do, I want to be remembered, and I want to stand out.
Because every time your feet move, it's like zoom. It's like the eyeballs just move with the feet. Like, whoa, what is that hot peak walking around?
Absolutely. And I wanted to pull them up to my kneecaps, but I was hot. They had them lights on us, brother. They was tanning me.
I heard that them lights put on some good heat.
You didn't see me sweating with the picture?
No, but I saw some bald head shining.
Oh, that was Ock head. That was Ock and Keith. I love y'all. We had a great time. That was fun.
That's good.
I can't wait to judge. And I hope anybody that tells me that I didn't do a good job, tell me what I can improve on because I enjoyed it and I love it. So I'm willing to do it and want to do it. You want me to judge? Hit me up and let's work something out.
So y'all know, if y'all think y'all ready for that virtual fight tour number 11, you better be sending Jesse some videos or something. Telling them do your call outs. Don't be nervous.
That's it. I'm ready to get it in. I'm ready to make sure these women are put on a pedestal like we're supposed to be.
For sure.
Because this, from what I've seen throughout my karate life and competition years, this is a man's sport. And because of female fighters matter too, and the movement and the stand that first Chelsea, then Morgan, and then certain women have made, I think as long as we put our foot down and we demand respect, we shall and will get it. Again, because I think we can match up with you guys and whip y'all asses.
You know what? I tell you what, they got you and Morgan standing on their front line to be the speak ups for equally treatments.
First of all, I'm telling Morgan I'm going first because I can't guarantee you whoever's standing over in front of me, I'm gonna sock their ass. So you're gonna have to make up for whatever I lose from socking their ass.
What other brothers sisters we got out there that's fighting and competing?
I saw little X and little Layla, little Junior, little babies. They babies though. But they won somewhere, and I'm just glad that Layla's out there.
And Vito has a little boy, little girl, huh?
Does his daughter do it yet?
Not yet.
Okay, the son, Lil Bear.
Definitely.
Yes, I've seen him. I haven't had the pleasure of judging him in fighting or forms, but I've seen him do I think he does commas.
And he kicked better than his daddy.
Oh.
He kicked better than his daddy. His daddy can kick too.
Well, we better make sure that's gonna keep going on. Because you know where he get that from? His mama. She don't even do karate.
Oh Lord have mercy.
Indeed. See, you don't get it. See, I'm not even.
We have some flying in here.
He don't get it. Ladies, they don't get it. They don't understand. I'm a pro woman, so.
What we don't understand?
That y'all can't do anything. Y'all as in men.
What?
Y'all, men. MEN, however you want to look at it.
I'm a man.
As a man, damn it. You guys need us. You can't function properly.
Yeah. We need y'all to carry our strap for us.
Stupid. No. Everybody knows that we make things go wrong. Look at all the strong men out there. The women are stronger. Look at Obama. Look at Plowden.
Yeah, I will agree.
See? Look at your mama. Look at my mama. I'm a daddy's girl, too. If y'all didn't know, I'm a daddy's girl.
I am a mama's boy.
You absolutely are. So that means and tells you that your mama is the shit.
Yeah, for sure.
And you a grandma's boy, too.
Yeah.
All of them.
Oh, yeah.
So, yes. Look at Gene. I know he got a woman over there somewhere that make him be the best he can be. Everybody, every man has a good woman. And if you don't have a good woman, that means you're not a good man.
Shit. Well, some of the bad men got good women.
And that's why they're not as bad as they could be. She trying to straighten him out and keep his head right and keep him focused.
What? You heard Lil Jon tell you?
It's the Bonnie and the Clyde. That's why it's called Mimi and Lump. You don't get it still. Anyway.
You don't know your alphabet yet.
It don't go by alphabet. It goes by who's the best.
L.
SES.
SES was the best.
Absolutely.
GOP was the best.
Absolutely. All right, brother.
Yeah, so big shout out to Wayne because we did go to the Ocean Nationals yesterday.
Absolutely. It lasted too long.
Definite. And he usually make everybody else have their shit done by 3.
Because he runs it. How you run everybody else shit to get out early and your shit go late? I don't know.
He had about 8 rings, 9 rings. They all were running at one point, and then it just seemed like they just started to die off. It was like
let me say this. Also, I want to give a shout out to my baby turned 7 yesterday.
Oh, yes.
7. Kelly Wally turned 7 yesterday. And my baby, I love you, baby girl.
And to spend her birthday at a karate tournament.
At a karate tournament, and it wasn't planned. And we only went because we wanted to see Uncle. Yeah. Uncle wanted to go, and Uncle wanted to fight at the tournament, and we went. And she spent more than half of her birthday at the tournament because it ran a long time. And yes, she whined. She not whined. She did say, "Mommy, it's time to go. Is Uncle fighting?" Asking as a kid.
As a kid. But when I finally got up there to fight,
she was excited. They love to see you fight. They love to see me fight. And in general, that was worth it. And then after that, she went to the beach and she had a ball and she had fun. So I want to shout out to my baby for understanding that Saturdays we do karate if we have karate, and then still accepting the time that you had to spend for your birthday. Yeah. Yes, that's my baby, and I love it to death. I got one more coming.
Yes, baby.
One more. Y'all watch out for my babies. They ready for karate, and they said they want mommy to teach them.
Wayne had a very good tournament. It wasn't no shit yesterday.
Wayne had a tournament where they beat people with sticks. I thought that's why we do karate, to protect ourselves.
But you know what? Honestly, it wasn't no shit yesterday. Wasn't no altercations.
No, it wasn't. It was very respectful, very disciplined. It was a black belt mentality ran tournament. Yes. And I want to give shout out to, in your division, you fought on stage. And there was a group of men in general that was in a division. And when you guys got to grands, there was like 5 of you or 6 of you?
5.
5 of you. And all of those men, from the seniors down to the 18 plus, were very respectful, very disciplined. Nobody did anything. There was kids, including my kids, around watching, and no one did anything to put a sour taste in your mouth. It was very respectful. So in that manner, thank you guys. Much respect.
And big shout out to the big guy.
Much respect.
He behaved himself like nothing yesterday.
He did.
And as much as we did get on his ass, I got to give him his props for this dude.
That's it.
He sat down the entire time.
That's
I did
it.
not see him get up and yell.
Not one time. Very respectful. And that to me is the belt mentality. Yeah. Again, because we all make mistakes and we all do things that we are not proud of, and we all lose control. So when you do it, it doesn't dictate you or doesn't determine who you are. It just means you fail.
Yeah.
You get up and you just keep on. And so I want to give him.
We get tested. God tests us every day.
Absolutely.
Some of us get tested more than once a day.
Oh, he tests us more than we want to be tested.
Yeah. So, like you say, you fail, you just get up and you just try to learn from that.
Absolutely. I do remember him saying one thing to me. I got ready to get up there and I thought you were about to fight. But I think you got the bye or it wasn't your fight yet. And he stood up and he said, see, Miss Regina, I'm sitting right here and I ain't say nothing. And I said, I'm watching you and you didn't. And I appreciate it. Even though, because I've said, if I'm judging, please give me that respect. Yeah. I actually wasn't judging, but in general, he was doing what he was supposed to do. And much respect to you. I don't want to say any names, but you know who you are. And if you know him, you know who he is. So give that man his respect. And they all stepped up and they did what they needed to do. And we represented it as black belt mentality.
Definitely. And his son, big shout out to him because he had just lost his grandmother a few days prior to.
And that's hard to do. You guys, Sha'Carri Richardson went out and got high and couldn't run in the Olympics.
You already know. If for me to be in that position, it wouldn't have been no karate talk.
I stopped doing karate when I was about to lose my dad. So for him to get out there and just lost his grandmother, said, to still go out there and show discipline, respect, fight, and then even get to the level that he did to compete.
To the final fight.
Right.
Overall fight.
Absolutely. And to be young. He's not mentally at his capacity.
That's right.
He's not mentally mature yet because he's just in that, coming from that junior to that adult division. So for him to control himself and be like that, and in general, my hats off and us bow to you.
I definitely have a big shout out to them. Like I said,
deep bow, deep.
Wayne, good tournament, good event. Should just pretty much blessed to even be able to have a karate tournament because some states still haven't even started giving tournaments yet.
No.
Some states haven't even opened up to even allow tournaments. So to be down here and to be a part of one, to win the overall, to fight in front of some of these parents and kids, it just be a blessing. Daryl Stewart gave a big shout out to some of us yesterday. Just being in the tournament.
Absolutely.
Just this second home for me.
It is indeed. You can't go nowhere.
Yeah,
we kidnapped you. Actually, you've been here for over 10 years. You are from Texas now.
The love I get, just the love I get for competing, the love I get for when I walk in the door and everybody's there, and these kids.
In general, just the respect, and we give it the same way. Just in general, the love, the Southern hospitality.
But the old schools, I got two old schools. Reggie's one, can't think of his last name. Him and his wife is just amazing.
Reggie.
He was the older guy that fought on the stage.
Yes, sir. You're right.
And Mr. Duran.
Yes, sir. I love him.
Mr. Duran is from.
They gonna kick your ass though.
Mr. Duran from Mr. Maxwell School.
Absolutely.
And, Mike Maxwell is another person that I just adore so much.
You better be glad you got more experience as far as national competition and speed, because if they had about another year, they would whooping your. I remember you hit you with that reverse punch, and I'm starting.
Yeah, that's right. But every event,
they fight their ass off.
They fight their ass off, and they fight each other just to get to me.
And I know this one thing when they fight your ass over there watching.
I am.
You trying to get it.
And you know why? Because at the end of it, they ask me, what is it that they can work on?
Because they're going to kick your ass.
That's all right. But it makes me feel good to hear that old school come up to me, to really feel like I have enough game, enough knowledge to be able to share with them. It's just so much respect that I have for those guys.
Indeed.
And a lot of the old school guys, like I said.
Keep sharing your information. I promise you by the next 6 months, they're going to kick your ass on me.
Yeah. By then, I'd have retired and put myself up.
For real. For real. Or I'm going to have to get them when they turn their back, brother. We're going to have to do something and think about it.
Mr. Reggie's wife, she cheers for me. It doesn't matter who I'm fighting. She cheers for me when I'm fighting her husband.
That's it. I think I heard her yell, like beat him up or hit him or something.
Yeah, and I tell you, it's just to be a part of village and people like that. This woman's going against her husband. She cheering for me against her husband.
And that to me, that says a lot. As far as us competitors, tells you what happens in the ring is not dictated by on what side of the ring. Mm-hmm. One of my friends went to the tournament. She'll be on the show here in a little bit. But Brandy, she went, and it was her first karate tournament. And in general, for her to see people hitting, she was like, well, they're hitting kind of hard. And I'm like, well, they go to the same school. They're this and they're that. But when they get outside the ring, they're humble, they're sweet, they're nice, they play, they're friends, they're this, they're that. That separates the two. You compete, you do your best.
It's like put the hero suit on and take the hero suit off.
Absolutely. And when you step out, it doesn't dictate what goes on with us in our relationship. And if it does, then you need to figure yourself out.
That's it.
That means that person wasn't that loyal, that wasn't your friend, or they're actually trying to be your friend to beat you.
Or competition is that
absolutely. I've had some women that want to be my friend so they can get in on the game. No, little tink.
Yeah, we have those, but like you say, it should dictate me outside of the ring.
Absolutely.
Who I am as a person. I tell you, for her to be that amazing and him to be that amazing in martial arts, I can only imagine what they are outside of the karate world.
Absolutely.
So big shout out to those old school. Big shout out to all the old school guys.
Absolutely. I hope to get some of these local senior fighters out here at some of these NASCAs, because these senior fighters can put on a show. And especially for Texas, just to have a Texas team I used to watch these people when I was kids at Underbelt.
Love it.
I would love to see that. That's why I want to have a tournament to bring people out here.
You know what? And I think next year, we're doing some talking with one of our close friends. I think because he got some goals for next year too that he want to do. Listen to him talk at the table yesterday. So
absolutely,
big shits for next year. Just big shits.
Absolutely, we got to get past this pandemic, and I got to get rid of this PP I got.
And I just want to complete this one accomplishment right now. That's just graduating school.
Yes,
that's one big.
That's why I can't focus on karate competing.
Yeah,
my own training and that kind of thing, because it's not a priority. Karate is a priority still because I love it and it's my lifeline. But to train, to put in the effort, because if I do it, I want to do it to a level I'm satisfied, and I want to compete, win, lose, or draw. I want to know that I did my best. I made a name, or I made sure that you recognize that I'm still here, that it's me. And right now, I don't feel it. I don't want to do it. That's it. I don't want to. You know me. Yes, I relax. I get my sleep in. But as far as school, that's really it. And my girls, that's really it. It's not really much anything.
It's not. We can't get rid of that. Once God signed us up for that one, that was kind of stuck to what we have. So the parenting part, but just the extra curriculum things that we involve our life as karate, school,
absolutely,
work, all those things. I just really think like school is just that next thing on my list that I want to scratch off.
Absolutely. I want to feel, when I tell my girls or other kids that we coached, school is important. Where's your homework? Do better in school. You can't get promoted until your grades are good or your conduct. Mm-hmm. For me, after my grades were good, my conduct was bad. I was a class clown. You know that.
Of course.
So I don't want to feel like I'm being a hypocrite.
Yeah, and that's what got me back in school.
And I know you told me that, and when you told me, and I started doing it and saying it after the fact, then it was like, I feel that, and I just didn't know it, or I didn't recognize it.
I felt it, and that's what I felt it like. How is you telling them when you can't even sit your own ass down in class and focus and do your job?
Yes.
How are you gonna tell them? How am I gonna be upset with them when they're not doing it?
Absolutely, when I didn't do it. Yeah. And when I say I didn't do it, it wasn't because I couldn't do it or I couldn't apply myself. It was because I was so karate crazy. Any and everything it meant, or any and everything that had to do with karate at that young age of being right out of high school, thinking I'm grown and I can make my own decisions, it was all about karate. Once I got to this level at this day and time, a year or two ago, whenever I started school, just to apply myself, I was able to go, wow, damn, I didn't know I could do that, or I didn't think I was that smart. It's not about us being that smart. It's about applying yourself.
You know what also I want to be able to do too, since you were speaking of we putting school and karate together.
What's that?
When we do our tournament, yes, we can give away money for that, but I want to give scholarship money away for kids to be able to go to school and help them be able to afford.
Absolutely.
I don't want funds to be an issue like you and I would have, and even people around our age, I know some of you guys got some shit ton of loans that you had to take out for school.
Absolutely.
I want to be able to help them push through whatever it is that they're going through, and some are below on funds, some are not
for
able
sure
to get the scholarships and short for the grant money and things like that. I just don't want them to just be like, what, it's the end of the fucking world. That's it.
I get it. No worries. I think that if we put forth an effort to actually offer that at our tournament, I think it would be a good thing.
And it'll make others.
Yes, indeed. Others. I think so. And look forward to that. Look forward. We'll keep that on one of our to-do lists.
For sure.
That way we can make sure that we put the juniors first along with the adults. Exactly. Because again, I'm looking forward to my girls competing, and anybody that wants to help my kids go to college, please help us.
And then, you know, plus, you know, I gotta look out for them juniors, because them juniors gonna bring the grandparents, the aunties, the uncles. That adult
spectators.
That adult is gonna bring their significant other, maybe, or
their students,
or their students. You know,
that's it.
But I really just want to be able to change this shit around, and let our sport be talked about more of a positive thing, and not what's so negative about our sport.
Do things differently.
Yeah. And like they say, if you want something done different, you must say something or do something.
You got to do different.
I want us to.
You cannot do the same thing over and over and expect a different outcome.
Fuck no, that's an insane brain person.
Yeah, hey, especially if you're still going through the same shit over and over and over and over. You cannot. And if I make a mistake, I want it to be because I chose a different route. I didn't choose the same route with the same mistake. I chose a different route, but it happened to be wrong. So, okay, that's a fall for me. I feel like that's a fall. Now I'm going to get up, dust off my kneecaps, get a drink of water, because I'm probably ate a little dust on my way down, and then I'm going to do it again. I'm going to try again.
That's it.
I don't want to be the type of person that falls and stays. I don't want to be that type of person to where my girls don't see, no matter what happens, just keep trying. Yeah, just keep going. Just keep your head up.
Shoot for the moon. If you don't land, at least you'll be among those stars.
Absolutely.
And I just feel like, some of these people need to shoot higher.
I'm shooting for the other galaxy.
Yeah, I wonder what's on it.
I don't give a damn. I'm on it. I'm on it.
That crow on it too, right there.
I'm shooting for the other galaxy,
right,
baby.
Guys, yeah, so that's it. Y'all got a serious talk for us right there. We should have put that at the beginning for y'all last, but we're gonna
absolutely
let y'all sit and marinate that a little bit more. You got your quote for the week, sister?
I absolutely do, brother. I actually got a couple.
That's fine. I give you room for 2 or 3.
Let's just say we're gonna say I got 3 at the most. I stop after 3 if I got more than that. I'm sorry. I just, when I start finding them, they all touch me.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I like that one. I like that one. And I used to stop after finding one, but now it's like I find one and I keep going, oh, let's see what else I can find. And now I keep finding more and more and more. Some I save for the next week, and some I try to get them all out in the same week.
Because it seems like some of those need to be said.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, my first one, and this is for us to be able to be more aware, alert, and pay attention.
Okay.
People don't fake depression. They fake being okay.
Whoa, wait.
Remember that and be kind.
Ooh. Wait. People.
One more time for the good time.
People what?
People don't fake depression or any type of anything. They fake being happy. I can honestly say, brother, when I was going through some of the most traumatic things and times, and I'm going to say my father passing, with my divorce, going through the divorce and then thinking I got to get my life together because I have to take care of my girls and I want to do it on my own and for me. I put on a smile. I put on that face. And I can say, because I always say this about everyday life, I put on that black belt mentality mask. And it wasn't how I was. It wasn't how I felt. It wasn't. I literally had to take it all off and get to the inner me to fix the inner me, to get the inner me to be happy and content and satisfied. And then everything else followed.
Say that. Go ahead.
So it was in general, I know I went through a state of depression, and I don't think everybody's depression is the same. Like, everybody doesn't grieve the same. So I'm not going to say mine was worse. It was something that I didn't think I could handle. I know it was something to where I thought I needed help. And when I say help, I needed to talk to someone. I needed an outlet. And it wasn't karate. It wasn't the normal.
Yeah.
Because the normal, I didn't feel like I could do that. I thought, oh, that normal, I already know what that can do for me. So my normal is not that. I need something else. And that's where school came in.
Hey.
That's where you came in, brother. Because the positivity and the pick me up. Shut the hell up. Get your life right. You know you can do better than that. We black belts. You try harder. You strong. Show me you strong. This, that. That is what the difference is. So again, one more time for that one.
Wow.
People don't fake depression. They fake being happy. They fake being okay. They fake with a smile. Be kind. Remember that everybody needs someone to talk to. Everybody needs something. And it's not always the normal. All right? All right, I got another one.
Ding, ding, ding. Y'all heard that? That was a bell ringer for your head.
Now, to add on to that, to branch off from it for a little bit, sometimes when people reach out to you, sometimes when people want to help you, this one is for you. Let go of the people who dull your shine, poison your spirit, and bring you drama. Cancel your dang, I can't even get it out. Subscription. Excuse me. Cancel it. Cancel your subscription. There it went.
Yeah.
To their drama and to their negativity. Again, since I messed up and couldn't read the first time, I'm gonna say it again.
She was finna go to work y'all in with that one.
I was. I think I was saying and thinking all too many things at one time, and I was combining words that didn't go together. I was speaking in Ebonics, trying to let go of the people who dull your shine, poison your life and your spirit, and cancel your subscription to their drama.
Cancel.
There it is. I got it out.
That's a big one. All right, y'all heard those two from her?
No, wait.
Oh.
Last one, I promise.
One more, see?
Last one, because this one also touched me.
They give y'all 5 for the week.
Oh, you got 2? Yes. Oh, well, I'm winning then. I'm winning. As long as I got more than you, I'm winning.
You know, but mine be them deep hits.
Absolutely. That's why I think I'm winning. I'm up on you 3-1.
2?
No. 1. I take one away. You got a penalty point somewhere in there.
Oh, no. Hell no. What?
Bow. All right. This one goes for those judgmental people.
Hey.
Those judgmental people that
the people with the glass houses as well.
Absolutely.
Acting like they shit built out of bricks.
Yeah.
You know.
It's the pot calling the kettle black.
If you got a little hay out there, you got a hay house built, you know that shit burns. So you know who
absolutely
burns. So hey, I be trying to tell them everything.
I ain't going down, I'm going up.
Watch
negative down, positive up. Upper room.
What they tell you yesterday, raise boom boom room.
Raise the boom boom. It's the Mimi's boom boom room. Shake it, shimmy, shake it.
Hit us up with it.
All right, last one for you. Listen to me well, because I don't want you to put me in any category. I just want you to hear me what I say and feel me what I say. Trying to hurt me by bringing up my past is like trying to rob my house, my old house, and I don't live there anymore.
Hey! Ooh, that shit got me crump.
One more time for the good time.
Huh?
Trying to hurt me by bringing up my past. It's like trying to rob my old house, and I don't live there anymore.
See there?
I can dig it.
Ooh.
I don't live there anymore. Don't take me back. I ain't going back, and whatever is in there, you stay with that and you keep that.
You don't want to get up in that right there.
I don't want it. I moved on, and you probably should too.
You heard her. We laughed at that one right there because that's some serious shit.
If you stuck at my old house, that means you in my past, and I ain't looking back.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is, you must not even been looking for me.
You ain't even nobody that should be in my life if you know that I don't live there no more. You don't know I don't live there no more.
Ooh.
Anybody that knows me knows I'm not perfect. I've made mistakes, and everybody knows that I used to have fun and live my life. But I am not that person anymore. Yeah. I'm not.
So
I'm not.
When you want to talk about me or tell something about me,
hey,
you know what you're saying now.
That you at my old house. Read my old address. I'm going to forward you the wrong address and send you straight to hell.
All right, moving forward, because I got my two. This one right here is going crazy today, boy.
I'm sorry, y'all.
I
missed him. It's been 2 weeks. I missed him. I had a lot to say.
It's been close to 2 weeks. All right, here we go for mine. Yes, God. Oh, yes.
Yay, Lord, let him use you.
Never Cause see, this right here gonna go with that right there with that old house.
Hey, let me hear you.
This that old house shit right here. I'm gonna stay on top of that one right there right now. Never question who God removes. In some instance, he heard their conversation when you weren't around. I'm gonna say that to you again. That's gonna get a little deeper. Never question who God removes, take away, remove, take away. In some instance, he heard their conversation, meaning that he heard the words that were speaking of you,
coming out their mouths
when you weren't around, and it was best to go ahead and remove them from you. So when God gets to removing some people in your lives, don't question it,
and don't fight it.
Don't fight it either. Damn sure don't, because he heard a conversation about you when you weren't around. When nobody stood up for you at the moment, he did. And that's why they removed. So y'all appreciate the removements that's going on in your lives.
Absolutely. Erase them. I want you to pick up the Mr. Clean eraser and erase all that shit out.
I'm telling you, get it up out of here.
God.
Now I'm gonna help you out with this one. God is my boss, and I am the employee.
Hey. Overtime.
I'm thankful for the salary called life.
I'm listening.
With benefits called blessings.
Hey, Lord.
Amen. Rev, I love you. I really appreciate you.
Let the church say amen, amen, amen.
I really, really appreciate you. I tell you.
One more time for the good time, brother.
Give me something when I need it, and I need to hear it the most.
God, I want to feel you. I want to feel you, brother.
God is my boss. And I'm the employee. I work for God. I'm thankful for the salary. You know, some of us have a salary we work for in life. We work for salary, but the salary I work for is called life. I appreciate the life I have every day. I appreciate the air I breathe every day. I appreciate the feet I'm able to walk on every day.
Waking up every day.
And you hear me? So,
amen.
It comes with some benefits.
And a 401k.
And as you said, waking up every day is a benefit. Being able to talk to you and laugh with you is a benefit. Being able to have Gene stand in is a benefit.
Absolutely. The platform we have, the followers we have,
there are
the benefits. Life that we have.
So you guys, remember that. God is my boss.
Theirs too, if they know right.
If they know right. And if they're doing right. Because we're supposed to be helping one another. In
the upper room. Not Ray's boom boom room. I said the upper room.
They're not my employee. They ain't your employee. They're not the other person's employee. They're God's employee.
I shimmy for the Lord.
And they should be thankful for life. That good salary they get, you know. You have a wife, you have a husband, you should be thankful for life.
Absolutely.
It's a blessing.
Wake up and smile.
That's a benefit blessing to you.
Smile. I know I can say I've been smiling lately.
I know you have.
I've been smiling.
You're hilarious too. I'll tell you that much. So
we compliment each other, brother.
We got a few minutes that we're gonna have our special person come in. I told you guys we have a special guest that come in and breaks down a little bit of our quotes.
Let me introduce my homie right here. This is B Works.
B Works.
B Works. Brandy with an I. Don't forget that I.
What you mean Brandy Works? What you mean?
B Works.
Brandy works what? Tell me about
works
Brandy
her jelly. She works her music. She works her singing, her voice. She does that. She does everything when it comes to music, lyrics. I like to think she's an actor or actress. Excuse my French, because she's a lady. She's an actress. And I think
you're the actor.
Homie, you just mad because I do your job better than you do. So be quiet and bite your tongue. Anyway.
I ain't gonna tell y'all guys. I saw her standing up peeing the other day too. She was downfired in the bathroom.
He just mad because he still wear pull-up diaper. He wear pull-ups, and anybody that has some 2T clothes, pass them down. Oh, because he know I'm telling the truth.
No, but yeah, go ahead. Tell me about B
Yes,
Works.
B Works. B Works has worked on a different platform than us. I would like to think it's a higher, more known,
known, and actually
platform.
A platform that some of us kind of people go after.
Absolutely. I know I would if I had the opportunity.
Yeah. You know.
I know some other people would. She actually has sang in some of the plays and stage plays with Tyler Perry.
Who?
Tyler Perry. Medea.
Medea.
You know Medea. Call the popo ho.
The fucking world know Medea.
Everybody do, because she carries a gun in her purse like I will when I get old. That's her.
Hold on. So
and her titties sad.
You telling me B Works. You telling me B Works has laid it down for Tyler Perry?
Absolutely. Go Google her.
Oh shit! Y'all better go Google her.
Go Google her. You Google yourself and watch videos. Google her and listen to her sing.
You know, I damn sure Google myself all the time.
I not myself. I Google the people that beat me, and I want to look better.
All right, so
yes, heard that, B Works, Brandy Milton. She's gonna come on. We want to add something different to our show, guys. We told you that we don't want our show to just be about karate and the normal. We wanted it to be different. We wanted to bring you guys some things that we thought, whether it helped you spiritually, mentally, or whatever reasons, or even just gave you something to do and occupy your time in a positive way.
Me, anybody that needs a singer at their
funerals, voiceovers, all of that.
National anthem singers.
That's it. Contact me because I only get 5%. I'm trying to work on her to give me 10, but she said we're gonna see what happens.
No, the other 5 go to her twin.
No, you ain't shit, and you a boy. You gonna carry the bags, and you the muscle. When you gain some muscle,
I would. You know why? Because I know that this young lady is spiritually gifted, and I know when I first met her, it was just an instance that I knew God sent her.
Absolutely.
Like I said, the motivation that she gives us to do this, to bring it back, I'm forever thankful and grateful for her. So I definitely would love to have her come on and share some.
Absolutely. Everybody give up a big hand. I'm gonna sidestep a little bit so she can have a free mic
and get with it.
But here go, everybody give it to her.
B Works, come on, B Works, come on with us.
Oh, why you gotta laugh?
They laughing because they saw Mimi get up.
Hey, hi.
Hey, y'all.
I'm gonna adjust this
of course.
just to bring it.
There you go.
She come on like a lady.
No, I come on quietly because these two,
they love.
I can't compete. But really, honestly though, I'm thankful to have the opportunity to be on this show again. Thank you, Mimi. Lump Mimi, whoever y'all. I'm the end. We'll just throw the end in there.
She'll be the end. She'll be in between us too.
But two fighters for sure. I had the opportunity to attend a tournament on yesterday, which was really awesome. It's kind of interesting to see like real fighting when you have structure and discipline, and there's no malice intention. It speaks volumes that our culture is able to be represented so well in that field or that platform. And the divisions, what I was thinking about is like the little kids. I don't know where they start. Like, what's the ages that they start at?
5, 4. We have 4, probably 4. Yeah, you do. I threw one out at 3. 2.
Okay, it's getting younger.
Yeah. 2. So 2, 3.
Just low key kicking and hitting with structure though, and discipline. And so I think that speaks volumes just for the two of you and who you are and like how you've come up in that quote unquote the game, the karate game, and still being able to hold it down and just represent yourself, your family, and then what you stand for. Because I ain't gonna say I know black belt level. Okay, I'm just not gonna say I know black belt level, but I'm sure it comes with a price.
Oh, hey, now.
And some of the notes that I wrote.
What? Yeah, little John, tell her what?
Well, some of the notes that I wrote down are some of the things that I took away yesterday was like respect. Like y'all were talking traditionally, you see someone that you grew up in the game with. The game, I keep calling it the game.
That's all right.
No, that's good. It is the game.
I mean, I'm just speaking
this
like
karate world know it is.
It's history. It's the game.
Yeah, and it has tradition to it. It has different branches, and different levels. But to see the young kids to the senior level,
wow,
I was like, yes.
But here to here.
And I think about that like with music, because I'm a vocalist as well. Like they were saying, I sing. Just kind of low key keep the other information just
too late
anyway.
Out there.
Yeah.
Call me if y'all want me to say it again.
Okay. Look, where my stuff at? Let me get me some. I'm gonna look over here.
She ain't over here, so you don't hit the slash. Don't slap.
I'm gonna look for something and I'm gonna find it. But yeah, I have a lot of respect for all of those people that were still engaging in that activity because it's physical work.
Even the parents, huh?
Yeah.
Stay in control to watch their kids get.
That's support. And then, it's also the fruits of their labor.
Oh.
When you invest into something or you put time in, like I've heard practice makes perfect, but then at one point I heard somebody else say perfect practice makes perfect. And that makes so much sense. Think about a choreographer, like a dancer, and the dance moves and the timing that they have to stay in rhythm or to stay in tune and stay in beat. It's the same kind of energy. Y'all are exerting a lot of energy, like a dancer. Like
even judging, we sweat and
and spiritually, if you look at it like spiritually, you are giving yourself up in a way.
I can't pass out. I can't pass out. I couldn't walk the beach with them yesterday.
I've danced before. I've sang before to where I feel like I can pass out. I get emotional sometimes because you're giving yourself, you're giving it all. But let me not get off track. So
girl, you talk whatever. I can tell it's a lump and Mimi show right here.
It's the Ann show right now.
Yeah, and it's the Ann show right now. So don't hear
you gotta
Well, I mean but that was just my experience of like
tell some people that we would love to be able to come one time to see what it was like. Like I said yesterday, we didn't have no nonsense going on, so that was even more of a blessing that you got to actually see a legit tournament go on. How it's supposed to be. But,
that's time wise, I'm sure, because it seemed as if it was busy. Like there are different divisions that you have to tackle. There's people that have to be available. You got to be on time. You got to be in your places. You got to be dressed. You have to have judges.
Run the divisions.
It's a machine.
Yes, exactly.
Change.
And what's fortunate is that you all know how to operate it inside and out. That gave me goosebumps. Because if you're looking to do a tournament like next year, or looking even into getting someone to invest in it, like talking about it, you can manifest that. It's as simple as that. And then I just believe that because you all do have respect in the game of the tournament world, just the karate game, because of what you know, and you teach what you know. I know that you all work with younger students as well as adults. I don't need no work. Don't get it twisted. But no, I mean, I'm sure that you will work with someone that may have confidence issues or self-esteem issues. There are other branches that you can take this self-defense mechanism into a different place. Yeah, and so sometimes I may be doing things that aren't the same that you may be doing, but then we exert the same type of energy from it.
Of course.
Singing is a lot. Acting and being on stage in front of people, they don't know you, you don't know them, and then it's only your performance that gets you any kind of recognition.
Yesterday I was nervous being on the stage.
Yeah, that's exerting energy too.
And fighting in front of you, who's never been to a tournament and only heard the good things, and
and that's exerting energy. And what I like to be is in the background of shit. I like to be on the back end. Like I enjoy the stage, but I also like that preparation place, and I like that. No, really, I do. I enjoy rehearsal. I enjoy practicing. I enjoy watching y'all do your privates and getting on, because of COVID and the pandemic and things of that nature, parents are still able to support their children and what they're doing, and that it supports you and your family. It kind of manifests and it goes. I'm telling you, I'm gonna find a button in a few minutes.
That's all right. I'm with you. Hey,
but it's a generational thing that we can kind of conquer. Self-esteem building in the women's division, self-esteem building in the men's division. You representing that is also like awesome as well. So I saw a lot of young men out there. Someone had I'm not sure of his story exactly, but he had just gotten over some sort of a sickness. Not sure of their names. Don't know them per se, but my spirit was saying to him, like when he was exerting this physical fighting discipline energy, structured, without getting overexerted and getting angry, I was thinking like he just needed to calm his spirit down because he was so excited to be back out in the game. And whatever he was doing, because I saw his energy as he was walking around and doing other things, but it brings joy. I think I need discipline. I did JROTC in high school. So I understand kind of the militant disciplinary aspect of it, but when you fighting, like, I'm low-key kind of hood, a little bit hood, and that fighting ain't got no structure to it out in my hood. Like,
exactly.
Ain't no structure to it. If you hit me hard, if you hit me too hard, I'm going to think something's up. And I might hit you hard back. And so I try to teach my children that, like keeping your hands to yourself. And so this karate game has structure to it where you can still kind of counteract that energy, anger energy. You know what? Y'all can use that in like different therapy institutions, mental health.
The psychology shit was real.
All of that. Mental health is real.
Exactly.
That statement of the quote that she did about depression.
Yeah, that she finna get ready to bust open for y'all. Y'all better listen to it now. This shit finna get real. I told y'all. This is real. This why we had to take a week off so we can regroup and we come back. So when we come back hard. We come back hard and solid for y'all.
So the young lady said, people don't fake depression. They fake being okay. The key word, the first one is like people, like, because you don't know who people are. You don't know what they're going through. Depression is real. Nobody really has
an okay can look like anything.
Okay, but let me get to that. I'm gonna break down one day. I'm on my way to that because like the people part is outside of yourself.
That's it.
So and then like
somebody else's shoes on.
Depression is also real because it's a downer. Like people know upper and downer. Mm-hmm. Like if I use this terminology, you know what I'm saying when I'm saying what I'm saying. Yes, but depression is a downer. But at the same time, when you find yourself being okay, the word fake kind of threw me off a bit because I mean like you don't have to really fake it. Like I think of fake it till you make it. In some perspectives, I don't have to use fake it till I make it with everything. I ain't got to be an Alexis and not able to live my life. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm faking it like that. But it's just like faking it in your spirit, in your energy. When you do that, if we're using the word fake it, you can be okay. That's what makes you okay. When you do come out of that.
You're okay enough to fake it.
You're okay enough to do something outside of depression, like being depressed.
Killer. If you're crazy enough to kill somebody and plotting how to get away with it, you ain't crazy enough. You're not that crazy. You were able to plot, plan, and do this.
At the same time, you still you do what you want to do in some instance. Yeah, and I've been a type of person. Sometimes I've had days where I wake up and I don't want to get out of bed, and dealing with that depression is just laying there and letting it lay on you. Hey. It becomes heavy, and so it's an inner you, and we call it fake. That's why I just couldn't get with the word fake all the way because I don't want to call what I'm doing to myself to get better fake.
Yeah. Hey.
I don't want to call what I'm doing to make me okay fake because I'm doing something that's real in my energy and in my spirit. If I'm at home by myself and I'm laying on the couch and I ain't got no TV on and I got tears running down my eyes,
that's not fake.
Ain't nothing fake about it.
Yeah.
And then when I start to speak to myself and when I start to encourage myself, and it may not be all the right words, I might beat myself up first. I might say something about my situation that I don't like. Dang, I didn't mean to do this. Or why am I so this, that, and the third, and calling myself different names without real understanding of what I'm saying to myself, because life and death lies in the power of your tongue, even words that you say about yourself.
Better watch.
When you get to your okay place, it's not a fake journey. Like whatever you use, whatever tool you use, whatever words you use, whatever moment that happened, if you had to get up and go use the restroom, when you decided to take a shower real quick, and that's what helped you get your energy back in place. Ain't nothing fake about what you just did for your personal self.
Yes, ma'am.
To be okay. So sometimes that fake it till you make it place, we can use it in different perspectives.
That's it.
I wouldn't say use it all the time. Advantage.
And remember, y'all, she only speaking her experiences, her knowledge.
Yeah, I'm not giving nobody nothing. This is only my perspective.
So don't be like, oh, well, you know, that she talking about. It was well, like Mimi said fake it to you.
And that girl on Mimi and Lumpshaw said,
and then she said, don't fake
it. Grieving. It's like being depressed. Everybody does things differently.
Yeah. And I watched her come through some things.
Yeah, and that's what I wrote down. Like that's how you actually get through, is to get to be okay. Because I know for me, I can let a few hours go by.
And when you say a few hours go by,
being in a depressed state of mind, being in a depressed state of mind.
You submit to it?
Oh yes. From the time I wake up, I have before.
Okay.
Letting it take my whole day that I could have planned into the wrong direction. I've gotten on a computer and tapped on it to do what I think it should do on a normal basis, and it takes 20 to 30 minutes for it to do what it would normally do. Because I'm not focused and because shit just be happening. Like people make mistakes, and it's so funny when I think about that, because my homeboy had came up with that one day. We were standing in line getting something to eat, and this nigga passed gas, and they started laughing, and he looked at him and was like, "Uh-oh,
Gandhi. That's Gandhi."
He looked at him.
That's Gandhi.
He looked at him and was like, "Hey man, people make mistakes."
Straight up,
accidentally.
Excuse me.
But being silly.
On purpose.
Listen, we're not gonna go into that place because that's it. But no, people do make mistakes, and so in the moment that I've sat in those depressed places, I've beat myself up enough to sit there. But then I don't want to be there that long.
How do you get out?
I got kids. I get hungry. I gotta use.
That's why I have to have her on here.
I gotta get up real quick. Somebody call me.
This is her way of breaking out of it.
Somebody to call real quick. It's just natural connections, energy connections. Yeah, things that just happen on their own. Signals to I call them earthly connections real quick to confirm my being. If I'm thinking about something and my phone ring 2 times, I might have needed to know something about the 2. Confirming your being. And we all humans, earth, I call us earthlings because we're here in a physical sense, but spiritually you can be anywhere you want to be.
I'm going to let her be a spiritual. It's going to be a spiritual day for y'all. Because,
And that's why the other one, she said, don't let anything dull your shine and poison your spirit. I'm not going to hold y'all too long. But, to cancel your subscription, I thought about the word subscription.
Me too.
I recently had to cancel a subscription.
Yeah, me too. When I looked at it, I said, "Oh, cancel subscription." I know a lot of us out here know about canceling
subscription. That's blocking, deleting, moving on from that person.
Okay, boom. Well, so with that being said, let me ask you this: when we subscribed, what were we doing?
Giving them a chance. Thinking that they were.
It don't even have to be they. Positive. It don't have to be they. It could be phone company.
Anything. We thought that they were going to be beneficial. We thought that they can be a positive being in our lives. If you bring someone into your life and this is what I think that quote means. If you bring someone into your life and they ultimately are not good for you, as in what this quote was saying, and you want to cancel it, that means to some certain extent, in my point of view, that you judge them or put them in a place that they didn't deserve. So now, because they are poisonous, because they are negative, for whatever reason, you cancel their subscription by blocking them, ignoring them, and getting them out of your life.
Right.
And it's possible.
So when I think about that, I say when you cancel it, it's like you don't want it no more.
No, that's it.
And it's either draining my pockets or I don't know what I signed up for.
I don't know what I signed up.
I don't know what I could have been signing up for something else, and I had to sign up for this just to get to that. It'd be so many different places. But
when you say you don't know what you signed up for, I think is you do know what you signed up for. Just what you wanted and what you were getting. You weren't happy with your return.
I forgot.
But the pitch is what caught your eye.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that quick $5.99 real quick, and then we'll charge you $49.99.
That's it. That's why I like to cancel mine, before my free trial is up, because that's how I get the trial.
About a free trial.
I get the free trial. I get the free trial, and then after I get the free trial, I cancel it because they wasn't working.
I'll be forgetting.
Y'all heard it. Okay.
Well, I recently had to cancel something. And so when I thought about subscription and I thought about people, it is exactly what she said. What I was going to break down was just getting to know someone or giving someone an opportunity. And then you realize, this ain't what I want because this person is bringing me down, or this situation or this whatever you're going through at that time is bringing you down. It is causing poison, because she said, let go of the people who dull your spirit, who dull your shine. Oh, dull is such a word. We can break that down by itself. Dull your shine, because it never said took your shine away, because you're still shining. It's just a little dull. Don't get it twisted. Don't let nobody get you twisted.
That's like a light. That's like a light.
Don't let nobody get you twisted. Don't let nobody tell you lost your shine. If it's dull, it's just a little dull.
It's just their eyes. They need to get their vision.
So on my show, we'll define the word dull. And we'll break that down, and we'll just find out what dull actually means, because people want to take your shine.
Dull is going to have a meaning of the person that's saying it.
So it says, let go of the people who dull your shine, poison your spirit. Poison is so nasty. It's gross. It makes me think about rat poison. And bring you drama. I said poison because that's what makes me, when I think about the word poison, I think of like rat poison. I don't think about poison for nothing else. Whoever that is. Turpentine, y'all know them. He's tired. He's yawning over here. Okay, so cancel your subscription to their issues. So it said cancel your subscription to their issues, meaning somebody else's shit. I'm out.
Yay. Hey, she out.
That's fucked up, because she didn't even use one of mine. She just used all Mimi's.
Because she a woman and you ain't shit. You was asleep. You weren't paying attention.
That's because I was croaking. I was croaking. Look, yeah, she gonna give y'all one of mine.
We missed last week. We got it.
It's all right. We got about 5 minutes left of the whole show, so we only gonna hold y'all up. Because I know some of y'all sitting outside the parking lot right now laughing y'all ass off while y'all supposed to be at work. It's all right. It's Monday. Don't worry. We all move a little slow on Mondays.
Absolutely.
Even me.
You ended the show.
Okay, cool. Can you give me yours real quick? But while you find that, they were speaking of scholarships, and I think that's awesome. I was in a group with a group of people, and we were able to give some kids a scholarship, like from a singing competition, which is kind of like American Idol, The Voice, and all that kind of stuff. They give you things that are worth your doing, and so you can even utilize karate in a college education. It's encouraging kids to go further in what they're doing. I'll be like, where the well at? Don't just give me the money.
Really?
Where the well at? Like, okay.
Yeah.
You know what? That's a good idea. Not only give them the scholarship for whatever college or whatever they want to do, but while they're in college, we donate some private lessons to help them stay on point for their karate. And if they want to compete, if they don't,
you guys could do this thing like they do Zumba. Like, you put it in a format where these students can take this on the college campus and become their certificate-wise black belt.
I wouldn't sell a black belt.
No, black belt part.
No, I'm not saying like that. I'm saying that level of a person being able to execute that same format of teaching or style of karate in that way.
Yeah, we got a couple of McDonald's and Dollar Trees
that could be a stipulation along with the scholarship or something. You can have different things that different guidelines that come along with the scholarship. Because it can be several different levels. It can start from 2,000 to 3,000, and you got people out there that's ready to help somebody.
The younger group.
Definitely,
the younger kids,
scholarships
so
to karate,
like, hey.
scholarships to karate schools too.
There you go.
Speak now. Hey, y'all better be careful.
And she don't even do it with us.
For y'all, this shit already been copyrighted. So let me find out y'all doing anything that we didn't already said on this show. Y'all y'all gonna have to cut some money.
No, they can't because I already turned in our patent.
Yeah, I did. It's already in.
It's in
already
I'm suing everybody and everything.
Okay, well listen to this. And then I'm gonna really say that. Okay, so it says never. Okay, this thing right here. Where did I even write it down at? Lord have mercy. Never question who God removes. They be saying like, never say never. Shh. Never question it. Just be like, okay, look around real quick. But you can ask. Don't think
it's a difference.
There's a difference, but don't question it like as a concern of
why did you do that?
In some instances, he heard their conversations when you weren't around. Can you imagine what people be saying when you're not around about you? I don't know.
That's why I said I question.
What's crazy is I have overheard people saying things about me when they thought I wasn't around. Not even not listening. They thought I wasn't around. Walk into a room and it get quiet. They talking about you. Yeah. When your ears start itching, please believe me. That means
you from the South.
That right there.
My little brother already be on the motion.
That one right there. When you get this right here, they be like, somebody is speaking your name somewhere, and not to say that they're necessarily speaking it in vain and in such a way, but believe that you're being spoken upon. When you walk into a room and it gets quiet, or you feel some kind of weird energy, like, were y'all just talking about me? It's okay to ask, but the conversation is being overheard because God already knows. Honestly, he already knows and knew what we're doing and how we're doing things and how things are going to operate. So if you do question why he removed someone and that person's already removed, it's not really going to matter. He's just going to draw out the answer.
You guys got it. That's what B works right there. Y'all heard it.
Thank y'all. God bless you. Oh, scholarships going up. I believe in that. I thought that was great. I wrote something about it because you guys can become grant writers. That's a possibility.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Hey, y'all boy, give it up.
And they're encouraging me to go to school as well.
Oh, yes.
In this journey.
And she signed up for school this week. Man, it damn near broke me down in tears because I know she's been going through a battle with them people just getting signed up in school. But like you say, you always need that motivator. So
never question who God removes.
I really, really hope
who or what
all the push that I gave her for the week really just wasn't in a negative way.
I asked, don't stop. Only thing I say is just don't stop. Like, because I'm a human. I'm a person. People make mistakes even when they pass gas. Because I don't be even doing it. But I'm a human, and I do get in my zone sometimes to where I'm not all the way focused. I'm a creative person. I say I'm artsy, but I say creative because I like to focus on making things up, like making them happen or giving encouragement to somebody else. So sometimes I lose out on giving encouragement to myself and pushing my own self. So that's when that fake it till you make it or fake it till you be okay place comes in for me, because ain't nobody out here living your life but you. Exactly. You're only one person.
I tell you, I got to hear it for myself.
No, somebody can wear
the advisor say you can choose classes now. Your financial aid is a go. I got to hear it. I got to hear it.
And it's in music.
I'm telling you.
Yes, and that's something I had already chosen way before. Anyway, that'll be on the show.
Yeah, we want to just have her come on and just give y'all the shit downs on who she really is before she get hers going. But make sure that y'all definitely keep up with her. Thank you, Miss B Works. Oh, you did amazing today. You seemed more like you were here with me too. You wasn't so nervous.
It was two women and one man, and he sucked.
Because the last time it was two men and one woman.
I'm gonna kick your ass, asshole.
All right, guys. Thank you. I know we held y'all up, but it wasn't a hell up. I mean, it really wasn't a
hold up.
We don't want to held up. See, it's a movie called Held Up too. It wasn't. We didn't really want to hold you guys up. Hold you guys up is what I mean to say. Thank you guys for listening. I honestly hope that today's topics really touch home on some of you guys.
The conversation itself, yeah.
Like I say, if you guys only knew just how amazing B Works is.
That's it, and she will be back. No worries, guys, because she gives us a different outlook. And she gives us a real good feminine touch. Now, instead of it being 2 women, it's 3 women.
You lying. You lying. I told you guys.
He talking about I stood up to pee. He sat down to pee.
Yeah, because I boo-boo.
He did. Oh, my God. I'm done. I'm off. Signing off, y'all.
All right, guys.
Hey, I'm done. I'm done.
It's Mimi Show. Y'all have a good fucking week.
Love y'all. See y'all next week.
Peace out. I forgot to give a shout out.
You didn't even thank our sponsors.
Yeah, I didn't thank our sponsors.